Hi, today we're going to do a review on the Stinger P311. It's a spring action pistol. You can fire it in two ways. Single shot, and then you could load it with how many BBs you want and then fire all of them at once. Okay, so the magazine holds 12 bullets, and the spring is, I guess, kind of good. So right here, you would pull it down, and then it should lock in place. Although, yes, it does, but you can also push this to push it back up. Although sometimes it just comes off by itself. And then this is how if this is down, it keeps the BBs in. If you push this up, it lets them out. So okay, well, see, when this thing is up, it keeps it from the BBs going like this, but when this is down, it can fall out. See? Okay, so it's very smooth when you put it in, and if this is the mag release is right here. Only problem with it, if there's BBs in it, it will if there's BBs in it, it will push out a few, mainly like 2 BBs out. Okay. What's this called? I don't know what this is called.
Trigger?
This.
Safety?
This.
I don't know. Slide?
Okay. The slide is, I don't know. It's hard and easy to do. Once you get used to it, you get the feeling of how hard it is, and it'll be very easy to pull back every time and shoot it. The sights, yellow dot, and I don't know, it's not much about it. The hammer doesn't really do much, it's just this. The safety right here. Cool thing about it is that it would usually just lock it from inside, but for the thing. But this, it just locked it from the outside because this part, it kind of just prevents it from going back, and then you can't do the trigger. Okay. Target system that is usually good for airsoft. You could get these kinds, they swing, and they're made out of metal. So if you shoot with the airsoft, they won't dent it. But if you shoot with the BB gun, it's gonna dent it. This one, you can't really shoot it down with the airsoft, but you can shoot it down with the BB gun. It does make dents though, as you see. It pushes it down, and then there's this magnet right here that holds it down, like that. So if you hit this, right, the magnet part goes backwards, and then it can't really stick to it anymore. So yeah. You basically have to get all of them, and then shoot this. This is a little bit tricky to knock down. It may take a few tries.
What's the advantage of the box?
It helps it so BBs stay in here, and then there's these little holes. There's these that basically you tip it to the side and it pours out all of it. Same with this one. Okay. So now this is what it looks like firing at the thing or the target. So if you hit that, it'll make like a higher pitch sound, and it'll usually swing backwards.
Is there anything you have to be safe about? Is this safe for everybody?
No. If you give this to like a smaller kid, or like let's say a 3-year-old, and it's loaded and ready to fire like this, it could hit someone basically. Well, it could hurt someone. Okay, so. So if you want to do multi-fire, you do this to load 1. See, it shoots 1 BB. But if you do it twice, it shoots 2. You could basically load their entire mag and go like this. It's basically like a shotgun. It helps too if you're just gonna rush people, like if you're just gonna run into one guy, but all you have is a pistol. You can't just shoot one and then fire it back. You could just go like this, have all of them in, and then fire it, and then it'll probably hit them. But it's not good at long range. So the type of BBs you would want to get is, well, what I usually like is Colt, and then clear. So you want to get the ones that have these nozzles because they help a lot at getting the bees into the magazine. So see, it helps a lot. Okay, see, instead of just having to do this all the time, trying to struggle and pour it in and spilling a whole bunch, it's better to just get these. But if you get those big ones with like just a container, not this, you might want to get this and the big one, because you can also just pour those back into here, and then it'll be easy to basically load it. And you have like endless amounts until you need to buy more. Okay. So ways you can shoot the thing or practice is how is it? You take the mag out and you put it beside your gun. Then you have to practice putting it in, laying it back, and shooting it. This is what it looks like. Okay, so you can really only do it once unless you're fine putting the BBs back in. But when you do that, be careful to not make this thing go down when you put it in like this. Otherwise, it just spills everywhere. Okay. Another way is, I don't really know, but this makes it more challenging. You have it in backwards, and then you have to put it back in, go like this, and then shoot at it. This is what this one looks like. Okay. Now, you could just do it like this, where it's already loaded in, and then you have to grab it, cock it back, and then shoot it. This is what this one looks like. Yeah. You could also do it with one hand. It's a little more challenging. But this is the easiest way. You load it back already, and then you grab it, shoot it. So this one's more challenging. You already have it loaded, but then when you go, you have to run across and then shoot it. And then you could have something here, but if you want, and then you go here, shoot it again. This is what this one looks like. Well, missed that one, but it's supposed to hit like that. You could aim for some smaller targets, but you mainly just want to try and hit your target or something. You could also just try long range. So let's say go way back here and then shoot it. This is what, well, you just go. It's much harder because you're farther back. You could also, let's say, have a car right here. You're like this. You go out, shoot, and then come back. Go out, shoot, and then come back. You could also just sit in the trunk and then just keep firing at it like that. Or you could also open the door, you lay on your side, and then you could fire out that way. It's much harder, but it gives you a challenge to at least try. Another way is to just open the trunk and you go onto the seats and then just shoot over the headrest and then fire. You could just move the target back, stay where you are, and keep firing like that. That's all. Bye.